Hello, hello, you're watching the Wajas video walkthroughs. If you don't know what Wajas is, we are a virtual pet site found at wajas.com, spelled W-A-J-A-S.com. We allow you to create, customize, and breed wolf-like canines, or as our members call them, sparkle dogs. If you are not a member, we'd be happy to have you, so you should head on over and check us out. Today we're going to go over the site navigation and discuss which area of the site you need to look for your needs. Basically, we're going to start at the very start. So we've got the home page here. At the very top, you'll see your username, how much money you have for the site. If you ever need to use your ID, that can be found underneath your username. My ID is 364480 on this account. This account was created for the purpose of this walkthrough, so I am starting out completely new, just like a normal new user would, excluding the knowledge that I have about the site from previous playtimes. Below that, you will find the home, news, settings, help, and log out buttons. The news is where you will find all relevant information that the staff have to give. So when it is highlighted in a color that's not the same as the other buttons, it will mean there is some news for you. Below that is all of the links relevant to you. So your auctions, your birthday cake, your bookmarks, and so on and so forth, all the way down. So you can click those to see what you need to find. Below that would be the lottery game. I don't recommend new users to play this because there is a very high probability of you losing your money. So I would hold off on playing the lottery game until you are more comfortable WC wise. And then below that would be the dress up contest. It only costs 10,000 WC to enter. If you can enter, I definitely would. It's fun. It gives you a chance to just do something chill. As far as the main window goes, you have information as far as the news being updated, which I have new news. If I clicked it, it would take me to the news window. This also gives information about your friends' birthdays, which is really neat. I forget to keep up with it because I am not the best at looking down when I get on. I usually just click to where I need to go and go. And then over here you have like a little blurb of what news posts were posted. And then below is the Waha Spotlight, where you can click to see these Wahas that are displayed. It'll change every time you refresh the page, so if I were to refresh it right now, I'd get 3 whole new different Wahas. Going back to the top, we have our links across the board for Explore, games, shops, forums, and then our social media networks. Below that, you'll see the date and time, and of course, most recent board posts will be right here. We're going to start with getting rid of the news has been updated thing, so we're just going to click show me, and it just shows the news posts that were done. From there, we're going to go back to the home screen, so that way we can just take you from the home screen to where you need to go. If you click the Explore button, this is where you will find things like the custom demo, your bank, the user search, the Waha Park, all that stuff will be here. For the sake of this video, we're not going to go too into this, but if you were to look for any of the things as far as that is concerned, you would be in this area. The most useful things you're going to need for being a new person is the library, which is where you will find our NPC information, shop information, rules, all of that is in the library. I do recommend checking it out, especially if you have not read the rules yet. All users are required to read them and abide by them, so even if you haven't read them, you can still get in trouble for not following them. You can find our staff page here too. If you want to go quick and fast, you can just click this stuff up top, but you are welcome to also use this little nifty map here. Some users love this map, others not so much. It's really just personal preference. There is a way to turn it off though in your settings, which we will touch on in a little bit. From there, you're going to hit the games, which is where you will go to make money on the site. As a new user, the best way to make money is going to be these games. There's some that you can do daily, there's some that you can do repetitively. I think like the Wajas and Wajas non-upgraded users get to do it 100 times, and upgraded users can do it 200 times. So this is how you will make your money to buy anything that you need as far as pairs, Wajas, and all that is concerned. We will touch on that in another video. I'm not going to go too into it right now because we will do another video on it. And on top of that, there is a really amazing resource in the forums in the walkthrough portion that one of our users did as far as how to make money using these games. The next one is the shops. This is going to be a big one that you have to use quite a bit because this is where the pair shop is. Now, our pair shop is going to be limited. Some users use the pairs to make money. Some users use them to breed. It really doesn't matter how you play. However, this is where you can catch them. The shops all update at intervals of 15 minutes starting from the 2-minute portion of an hour. So it'll be 02, 17, 32, and 47. You will have to be there at that time because some of the stuff in the pair shop or whatever shop you are looking for something out of does go quickly. So make sure that you are paying attention to the timestamp at the top of your screen here to catch them. This is also where you will buy CWP if you want to contribute to the site, or if you would like to do other things like the CWP shop is where you can spend some CWP. We've got the token shop, which is another big thing that's used a lot. Accessories, wallpaper, so on and so forth. This is where you'll find all of that. The forums is going to take me to a new window. And this is where you will find all of our forums. We've got admin announcements, newbie introductions, new members. Definitely go to that newbie introductions. Step in, say hi. There's an adopted user where some of our longtime members will go and adopt users to help guide them through the site. It's a very awesome resource. I do recommend going and doing it. We've got newbie giveaways where our old members or even some of our newer ones go and offer Wajas to newbies. So definitely check that out too. See if you can get you a Waha or something from there. Then the next one is our help board. This is where you can go to ask questions. We have an amazing community, honestly. Like, a lot of times they answer before even the staff get a chance to go over there and answer. The next one is our chat rooms. We have several different subforms to that, but you can post random chat stuff in there. Make sure everything has a topic. That is one of our rules, but you are welcome to post in there if you would like to talk to people that enjoy things that you enjoy. So like video games or books or whatever, honestly. Next is our user held games. We do encourage our users to hold their own games and contests and all of that jazz, so definitely check those out, see if there's anything you can get involved in. Following that's our user services. That's where people can offer to buy pairs, do coding, do banners, all that stuff. So if you need any of that, you can check out there. We also welcome our members to pass any ideas, suggestions, things they'd like to see updated or changed by using the ideas and suggestions boards and their subforums. Following that's our sales category, which is where you will come to sell any Wajas or do any trades, pre-sales, all of that you can post here. Next up is a new board. We just added this yesterday. That is our crafts. That's where you can go to show off your crafts that you've done for the site. And what crafts are is they are using our items that we have on the site to create another new item. So if you are interested in that, this is definitely a wonderful place for you. And then lastly, we have our artwork where you can show off, sell, all that here. And really, I mean, we got some amazing artists. They're all great. I love them. And then at the bottom of our screen, since we're way down here anyway, we have the privacy policy, the terms of service, the site map, and how to contact us. Everybody must abide by the terms of service. When you join, it asks you to read through and to agree to them, so make sure that you've at least checked it out some. Scrolling back up, we are going to go to our settings because this is something that we really need to touch on. The first one is your preferences. This is where you can turn off certain things, like if you don't want to be sent flowers or balloons, you can turn those off. We also have an option to turn off the map, so when you click on the map, or click on explore, it won't show this nifty little tree map thing here. It would just be a line of text for where you need to click to go. Some people have it off, some people love the maps. Like I said, it's completely optional, and this is where you turn them off. You can also block random PMs and item transfers. That basically means that only those who are staff or on your friends list can send you PMs or items. However, I do not recommend new players to do this, just because a lot of times our old players will send random Wajas and gifts to the new users just to welcome them to the site. If you turn it off, they probably won't be able to get anything through, so definitely I encourage you to leave it open. And then you can also remember your place in the public forums. I recommend it just because I always forget where I last started and stopped and all that, so I definitely recommend using it. But it's a matter of preference. Some people don't enjoy it, some people do. If you wish to use the ping function on our forums and the watch function, you will have to have this activated, I think. Maybe not for the pings, but definitely for the watches. If you'd like to change your site theme, this is all the themes we have available. You're welcome to do so. You just click on it and it takes you to whatever theme that you clicked on. I'm going to leave my theme at what it is, so that way I can differentiate between my staff account and this account. The next one is your profile page. This is where you update your nickname. My nickname is IMA Walkthrough. This is where you would update that. You can update your email. This is not my email. I don't even know if this is a real email. It says it's not, so it probably is not. Then we've got the password, the signature. You can do both of those. You can update what Wajas show on your showcase, which is a little nifty feature on your profile page that other users see when they click on you. You get upgraded slots, or more slots when you upgrade. So if you wish to upgrade, that's a perk to it. The next page is our avatar page. This is where you choose your avatar and your backdrop. Avatars only work on the forums if you have an upgraded account. It is another perk. If you don't have an upgraded account, you can select to use one of the NPC avatars, and that'll take place on the forums as opposed to having just nothing. The banners are an option for upgraded users, another perk for them. This is where you would go to add in banners. So just little small squares that show up underneath your signature when you're posting that advertise things like your shops, your sales, all that jazz. So if you upgrade, this is a wonderful feature to use in terms of bonus advertisement. Next up is your account information. This is where you would change the password. This is where you would link your second account. Users, you can only have 2 accounts on Wajas. More than 2 accounts counts as multi-accounting and you will get frozen, so make sure you only have 2 accounts. Our users will often use a main account to interact and a side account to keep up with their sales, because having a lot of Wajas sometimes can get messy, so that is one of the ways that people use 2 accounts. Security questions are also at the bottom. This helps us in the event that you lose your email address and we have to help you recover the account. We can do it. This just makes our life easier, so I do recommend going ahead and setting up your security questions. Your PIN is used for your bank. When you join, I do recommend going ahead and setting up a PIN. Make sure it's a number that you can remember. You can only use numbers. And then, of course, this is where you would upgrade if you would like to upgrade. These are all the benefits you get from upgrading, and it costs 6 CWP for 3 months, 12 CWP for 6 months, or 20 CWP for 1 year. Occasionally, we do host games where you can get a forever upgrade, which basically means that you never have to upgrade again. You automatically just get it, and it's good to go. But these are very rare, and they're only done through site events. There used to be a couple tickets that were floating around, however, I think all of them have since sold and have been used, so keep an eye out for any events that advertise a forever ticket if that is something you are interested in. And then we're going to touch over to the bank. You can either go through Explore and then Bank, or if you click on the amount of WC you have, it also takes you to the bank. You can deposit which requires no pin to deposit. You can withdraw, which does take your pin, so you need to go ahead and have it set up. And then you can transfer. This is where you would take and send money to any friends that you're needing to pay or gift or whatever it is. If you don't have your pin, you need to reset it. You can do that by clicking reset my pin. And what else do we need to touch on? Oh, we're going to go ahead and hop over to the library. I touched on this earlier, but I want to go ahead and show you where the rules are. To do that, you would come down here to where it says rules and click that. It seems like a lot, but honestly, it's stuff that you need to know, that you're expected to follow, all of that. So I would go ahead, click them, read through, get familiarized with it, and everything will be fine once you've read it. It's not too bad. A lot of it's common sense, things like be nice to each other and stuff like that. But they are all here if you need them. A note on that though, we do have some rules, like if you go to, let's go down to artwork, because I know artwork has one. That some of these boards have sub rules. Basically, they're just rules that affect that board section only, and they are rules that you still have to follow, know about, all that. So please make sure that you check that out if you see read before posting. It's just basically information on the board as far as like what you can do on that board, what's appropriate, what's not, all that. So like the artwork board that I clicked on is for displaying your art, just to show it off. You're not selling on it, basically. You can sell artwork, just not through this board. And you would find those rules by finding the read before posting information on this board. And then I think the last thing that I wanted to touch up on is going to be your cave. We can click cave to go there. I do have 2 Wajas currently, just because I was trying to do a video the other day, caught 2 from the park, and that's where we are now. But this is where you would find all your Wajas, is in the cave. You can click on them. This is how, this page is where you would insert any information as far as like the name, title, all that goes. You can change what group they're in. You can hide their colors, markings, mutations, items. You can also put them up for breeding. Typically, if I could sell the Waha, it would be right here, but because I got this from the park, I have a 30-day cooldown before I can sell it. If you scroll down, this is where you see all the information in regards to the Waha. Any items that it has equipped. If it had a description, it would display here. If I had cave rules, they would display here. If you go to somebody's cave and wish to breed with them, please scroll down, make sure they have no cave rules, because some people use these cave rules to let you know what you need to do in terms of breeding. And it is very necessary that you follow their rules, because otherwise they could decline you for a breeding, and that would really suck. So just keep an idea, or keep an eye on this area down here. And then the lineage and offspring shows its parents, any lineage it has or offspring it has. And the transfer, donate, retire is all down here. If I wanted to transfer it to another user, I would use this section right here. I like with the selling, I cannot do it for 30 days because I do get it from the park. And this one right here would be to donate it to the park. It lets you know if there's any stuff equipped to the Waha. If you donate while an item is equipped, the items go with it and you cannot get them back. And then the retire Waha basically makes it so that way the Waha cannot be bred or any of that jazz, but it stays on the account. It can never come off the account. It is forever tied to that account. You would do that by clicking retire this Waha here. And it is permanent. There is no way to get it back. So make sure that if you retire, it is something that you want to do for sure. I think that is basically the gist of the site. If you have any questions, my account is always open for questions. You can message me on my main account over at 4591. Or, of course, we do have the forums help area. You're welcome to post there. Like I said, the community is amazing, so they can definitely help you out if for some reason you don't feel comfortable messaging me. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video, which should be how to catch a Waha from the Waha Park. Bye, guys!